What's up, everybody? I kind of struggled with whether or not to do this video, so work with me. I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm out looking for mushrooms, and obviously I can't find none, but that's not why I'm frustrated. This is a piece of property. You can tell it was just cut. That's a piece that I pursued, and because of local municipalities and whatever, we were, I don't know, want to say shoved out by the bigger guy, which that happens. Not a big deal. The township used their forester, and I don't know how to say it, but it's a damn shame what happened here. It's a practice that Dale talks about, or Stump Jumper talks about very frequently, and they call it high grading. So what kind of happened, this borough sets up, there's a real, or township, they have a real strict, they don't like loggers. They basically set up a set of rules to where you cannot cut trees in this township. But they do have a forester, and this forester is in part one of the guys that set up all these stringent rules. And I don't know how to say, I don't want to out anybody. I'm not naming names, I'm not doing anything, but I just think what happened here is a damn shame, because this is a great stand, was a great stand of healthy timber too. So what this municipality says, you can't cut trees off a grade of a certain slope because, the hill's just going to slide away. So let's cut everything off the flat stuff up high and then the flat stuff down below, and then the hill will stay there. And then the forester does this, basically puts this stuff out to bid, but it goes out to bid to usually like 2 different companies. And I'd be willing to bet that this fellow works with these companies to make this kind of stuff happen. Now, I marked this, I walked this, I knew what was in here, I knew how I wanted to cut it. And I don't even know what those are. There's some kind of like holly tree or something. They're not desirable. That would have all been blocking. But you can see I got it marked. There's one marked, that one was marked, and there's a couple other ones. We're trying to remove some of that heavy basil area to let the light in, to promote growth of good timber. And as you know, when Dale cuts, when a lot of these guys cut, you'll see him pulling the pallet logs, the scrag, the pulpwood. And I understand some people don't do pulpwood. You got to be set up right with your own trucks and everything to do pulpwood, and it's hard. But the scrag is a no-brainer. Like right now, scrag's at an all-time high. When this was cut, scrag was at a high. Still is a high. I mean, look, that's a scrag pole. That's a scrag pole. Scrag out there, scrag there. Here, huge scrag log over there, poplar log. Scrag log into that right there. Scrag in that top there. I mean, there's stuff laying here. That's almost big enough to send to the peeler mill, that poplar pole. That pole there, look. And here's what I hate to see. It's just so damn wasteful. You come up, there's the butt. They cut, what, 12 foot off that? Just left the rest. That drives me up a wall. That's a half-assed way of doing things, in my opinion. I apologize for if I put the bad word there. Now this is a blowover, so that's not attributed to them. But that's an ailanthus tree. You want a good stand, you get rid of the stuff like that. Get rid of it, it's junk. That should have been cut. And that makes beautiful scrag. Look at that, there's an aspen tree. They cut it down, there it lays. There's another piece of scrag there. Look at all that scrag. You could almost cut a smaller grade log out of that piece right there. That's hard maple, that's good quality stuff. Scribe Pole. Look at that, and it's scrag. There's more down there. Look at that log there. Big old son of a gun. That one up there was marked to cut, didn't even, just cut it down, and there it lays. Didn't even take the effort to go up there and get it. That's just wasteful and lazy timbering. You can tell all the easy was cut and the rest was left. That could go for scrag. That could go for scrag. Okay, yeah, it's got a big burrow on it. You butt that burrow off and take the top chunk. And now, not only do you have a forest, a stand that's totally screwed up. I mean, the quality is going to be poor at best. Like right there, you can see it's even marked. That's a beech. That should have been gone. Wipe it out. Get rid of that beech. Look at that one. That's horrible. I mean, that's just junk. Why would you leave that? And then you're going to leave this one. That's going to blow over and snap off in the wind. Why wouldn't you leave one of these nicer ones, promote the growth of the better timber, and get rid of some of this garbage? All I can say is do your research. If you live in an area that has these rules, push back. Just because they tell you all you can and can't do this, don't listen to that. I mean, logging falls under the agricultural, it's free conveyance of all agricultural goods. They can't stop you. I mean, they can make your life a little bit hectic and cruddy, but they can't stop you. There's 8 foot of scrag there. There's a whole pole there. There's another pole there. I mean, we probably walked past 2 loads of scrag already, and I ain't even been on 5 acres or 2 acres of the land. Here's a log. Look, that could even be a grade log. Hard maple. You knock an 8 footer out of that. Look at this, a whole tree. Let's knock it over. Just leave the whole tree here. That one was supposed to be cut, didn't even cut it. Sorry, I lost my glasses. I'm getting all fired up here. It's just so poor, it's unbelievable. Why would you? There's another one. That one was supposed to go, they didn't even cut it. The blue is my paint from back when. Ignore the blue. But it's just like, why would you even waste your time? Here, there's no BMP in here, which, you know, that's arguable. You don't always have to do that. I think they are a little bit excessive on that these days, but if I was here, there'd be a bar here and a bar there. It takes 5 minutes. It's just lazy. It really is. And everybody thinks, and I'm not knocking foresters. I'm really not. If they do what they're, you know, if they are all about what they truly are supposed to be about, that's great. It's great for the woods. But everybody thinks if you don't have a forester, you're getting the shaft, and you're not. Just do your research. Please, people, do your research. Go back and look at some of their work. Talk to other companies, you know, get opinions. Don't just go with something because you're a borough or you're a municipality or whatever legislation or local laws tell you have to. I mean, look, there's a whole 20-foot cherry log. That back there is 2 foot in diameter poplar top, and it's just left there. I mean, there's plenty of wood in that. All these sycamore were just dropped. They didn't do a thing with them. It's just a shame. All wasted. All wasted. And the problem is now you got a bunch of junk left. Stand's ruined for the next guy. This kind of stuff gives us as an industry a bad name. Come out and hack out the cream of the crop and leave the garbage. Oh yeah, we left you some trees. Look, that one was marked. Nothing done. I can't say this is this isn't the forester's fault, but he should be after these people to do the job that they're supposed to do. Look, that's a whole hard maple. That's cut. That didn't fall. It's laying right here, 2 feet off the skid road. Pull that down, man. Throw that to the scrag mill. There's a market for it. A great market for it. Now that one's left lay, and I understand why that one's left lay. There's some electrical things pounded in it, some old fittings from when there was some stuff here. So I understand that, and you're going to have that, but not all this. I mean, just look at all the good. Hey, there goes deer. Oh, don't run across the highway, you tards. Don't you do it. I'm gonna keep moving, folks, because I don't want them to run out across that road. But all right, that's enough of my rant. Like I said, just do your research, find out who all these foresters and people, find out who they really work for, and don't listen to these boroughs and municipalities, because they have no clue what they're talking about. They don't. 90% of them are uneducated. They don't want to know. Go talk to the people that do it every day. So, all right, hope you all enjoy. I'm not going to rant no more. I'm sorry. I was just a little frustrated by that. Y'all have a wonderful Easter. Y'all take care. Stay safe.